and welcome back to the Shit Behind the Show, everyone. Before I get started, I just want to throw out some gratitude. Thank you to all of you that have been listening, subscribing, liking, sharing. Please go follow me on YouTube. I'm actually Tan and Blonde on YouTube. TikTok, the same. Facebook is the Shit Behind the Show, and Instagram is the Shit Behind the Show. Also, please send me your feedback, story ideas. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out, let me know. Love to hear from you. I do hear from a lot of you, and I appreciate the feedback. So thank you. So today's episode, I am going to go over letting go again. And one thing that I was thinking about before I started recording was the fact that I hear so often, I get a lot of feedback, positive and negative. The negative doesn't really get to me. It just causes me to not share with those that are being negative anymore, right? If you're going to take the wind out of my sail, you can no longer be close to my sail. I just made that up. So one thing that I get asked a lot is, what makes you an expert, and why would anyone want to listen to you when you have been through so many relationships that have quote unquote failed? Again, I hate that word, but a lot of people use it. And my answer for that is because I have watched myself explode. I started 11 years ago after divorce, a very different person than I am today. Just because I'm not married today and I have yet to be in a real long-term relationship since divorce, that doesn't mean I'm a failure. That doesn't mean any of you are failures. That doesn't mean that I'm not an expert on how to pull yourself back up and get back out there. I can't even express the rock bottom that I've experienced in my life, from feeling like I had failed instead of feeling like, oh, cool, now I get to start over and I get to enjoy me again alone, and I get to rediscover myself, and I get to create this whole new story for myself. Instead, society tells us we are not whole and we are not good enough, quote unquote, if we don't have a partner and we haven't found love. And I think that's the mentality that really keeps a lot of us down and keeps us in the stagnant mode of, well, I'm just not good enough, I'm never going to move on, and I'm just going to be here and stay here. Rock bottom. That is just fine if that's where you want to be. No judgment here, none at all. But for those of you that are seeking more in life and do have goals and do have, that, I think of it as like a mountain. You just keep climbing, and you get to the top and you're like, cool, now I want to discover that one and I want to climb to the top of that one. I am a person that is just never content. I'm always striving for more within myself. Relationship right now, perfect, content. My family life, my children, all of that, friendships, very content. I have the most amazing children. I have the most amazing family. Relationships with them all are great. I have the best friends that a girl could ever ask for right now. I don't have to see them every day to know that they've got my back. We meet up when we can. We're adults. We catch up and we just pick right back up where we left. I hope they all know I've got them. No matter what it is, day or night, I'm here for all of them. That is worth $1 million. That is worth so much. And it took me a lot to get here. Another thing I've learned, and this is important with letting go, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is key in so many aspects in life. I've been through hell and back a few times in my life. And one of the keys to getting through all of that and to coming out the other side and feeling better is forgiveness. One thing that I want all of you to remember, and I will be probably wearing this out because I heard this yesterday and I was like, yes. And we all know this is true, but I just want to say it again. Hurt people. And people, the way they treat you And if they hurt you, if they're negative toward you, if they sabotage you, which I've had happen, if they're not treating you correctly, that is a reflection of how they feel within themselves. And you're probably triggering that piece of them that they don't like. Think about that. Really think about the ex that may have hurt you. They probably didn't feel like they measured up to be the human that you deserved deep down inside. And it's all subconscious, most subconscious. I've been treated pretty shitty by females in my life. And ladies, you're going to nod your head when I say this, I know, because for some reason we are against one another. We see a prettier, skinnier, whatever girl walk in the room and it's instant, I hate her. That's a high school mentality, but I recently dealt with that in my personal life. And I walked away a better person, and those people are still in that low vibration, stagnant energy of I'm not good enough. How did that affect me? It didn't. I'm still who I am. I am on a different path now. I'm still moving forward and I'm still growing and I still love who I am and I still have my confidence. But those people stay where they're at in that low vibration and will never grow. And they'll just hate the next and the next and the next. And that's just how it is. So please remember that. People treat you as a reflection of who they are and how they feel about themselves. It isn't you. Don't let the way people treat you get to your self-esteem and make you feel worse about yourself. So tying all this together is what I'm trying to say. YouTube has all of my bloopers, by the way. I will probably edit a lot of this shit out of the podcast, but on YouTube, I'm just sitting here just bleh. So if you want to see goofy me, please go check it out on YouTube. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, letting go is super important for your self-esteem and loving the person within. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I became an expert, where I have succeeded, and how I have the quote unquote credentials to share all of my stuff with you and help you along your journey, because I have come so far on mine. So, soapbox gone. Now let's get back to the show. No kidding. That was part of the show. So, but some of the ways that a lot of people really release some of the shit in life, and I'm reading a book that I've discussed a few times by Sven Erlandson. There's a Hole in My Love Cup. Please go check out that book. It is amazing. Therapy in a book. It's awesome. But one thing that he discusses in every chapter, and it's actually a task in every chapter, and this is where I do journal, because he tells me to, is journaling. Write it down, write it down, write it down. If you listen to him, if you listen to his podcast, if you read his book, he continuously says, write a letter, write it down, get it out, get those feelings out, flush it out of your system, because that is what we have to do to heal. That's the process of healing. And have you ever noticed, and I've been through this recently with my guy, we went through something super traumatic last summer, more he than me, but we will sit down a lot of times and we will just talk about our feelings that day that this event happened and how we feel today. And, you know, I've expressed to him, I feel like this is our therapy, because we're letting all of those feelings and fears that we felt during that moment, we're letting it out. And we have the best deep conversations about this. And it's just like a huge release, and it feels so great. And I really feel like that's where journaling can come in and really help you out, right? Journaling is a great outlet for getting all of those fears and traumas and even hate. I hate the word hate, but I am telling you, I have felt it. I went through an experience last year where a couple experiences actually, where there were people who caused some damage in other people's lives, and that word was just on the tip of my tongue a lot, and I had to let that go. So part of that is reflecting on the areas of your life where you feel like you want to have more meaning and joy. Really focus on, okay, I sort my life out into love, career, and family. Okay. Which money ties in with career, romantic relationship, love, family love. And then family is so important to me. Family is usually one that's pretty good, easy. I have a great family. Like I was saying, wonderful children, wonderful grandchildren, daughter-in-laws that are amazing. My brothers, mom and dad are all great. I love my family, but that's one of the categories. So really hone in on, okay, which category, I guess, do I want to give more meaning to, and do I feel like I need to have more attention given to, and deep connection. And then also, what changes do you need to invite with these qualities of life? You know, what changes do you think you could make within yourself in order to reflect onto these relationships? Again, maybe it's a relationship with money. You know, maybe you're in debt and you're thinking, okay, I need to be better at this. So I'm going to write down my plan on getting out of debt so I can have a better relationship with money. I don't feel like it really helps a ton to go backwards and think, oh shit, I screwed up here. That's not what we want from this. We want you to focus on, how can I do better? How can I make this aspect of my life better? How can I make this relationship with this better? Maybe it's career. Maybe you want to be promoted and move up in the company. Maybe you want to start your own company. Write all of those things down. Write your fears. Write your joys about it. Write how you will feel when that comes into fruition. Imagine a life where you no longer settle. Can you even imagine that? Where you get everything you want in life and you're not just settling for mediocre down here. You're like, no, that's not what I want. I want up here. I want to be the queen and I want to be at the top of this mountain kicking ass. Focus on that. Focus on the positivity of what would it look like? What changes would you have to make in life to get to this goal, to improve yourself? This isn't, what will other people think of me? This isn't, how can I make my kids happier? How can I make my spouse happier? How can I impress this person or that person or my friends? Or how can I be more involved in society or whatever? This is you. How can I be better for me? How can I show up better for me? Maybe it's starting to go to the gym, working out. I set a goal after surgery. That was one hell of a recovery. 9 weeks, maybe even longer, maybe like 10, before I felt like, okay, I'm alive again. I'm not falling asleep all day. And I feel like I'm healthier again. That again took a while, and I set the goal of, okay, I'm going to start my workout routine again on this date. I gave myself until that date to be a lazy bum and eat all the shit and just prepare, right? Because it having a major surgery like that, it takes a toll on your body and your soul. It's a lot. And especially everything I had gone through prior, the fears and the worries of, what was going on with my body. I gave myself a goal. I'm going to start on this day. I've now been working out consistently at least 5 times a week for 2 months. Maybe even a little bit longer, but yeah, around 2 months. And again, I did it. I set the goal. I want to be in better shape. I want to be a better me. I want to be healthier. I executed. Here I go. And then also just really reflect on those things. Okay, it's, again, I discussed in an earlier episode, I live in Delulu land. Like, I have a vision board. I'm staring at it right now, actually. I didn't even realize I was staring at it when I was talking about it either. I have affirmations on a mirror in my bathroom. I don't tell my boyfriend, but I hid them because he thinks I'm weird. So when he comes over, he doesn't see them, but I do. I have a mirror and I have affirmations. He knows I do it. I just don't broadcast it to him anymore because he's like, hey, weird girlfriend. And I'm like, I know I'm cute. You like my weird? And he's like, I do, whatever. But write your affirmations. Tell yourself every day. People think I'm weird, and it probably comes across to some people as cocky or not being humble, but I am my greatest cheerleader. I really appreciate this person and who she is and how far she's come. I really appreciate my body and my human, and I have my days where I'm like, I don't like this today. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do. And I have to pick myself back up and have to remind myself that I'm not perfect and I'm a work in progress, and I am progressing. I'm getting there. That's just one goal that I have set. I have many financial goals. I have personal goals as far as family. I made it a goal when I became a grandma to see my grandkids every week. It is a very, 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 very rare that I miss a week. If I miss a week, it is typically because we've got too much going on and we can't get our schedules aligned. But that is the goal that I made, and that's what I stick to. And does it make my heart sing so much, so much? And it's not like it's a huge effort. It is, okay, I'm going to make the time to go see my babies because they mean the world to me. And oh, if you're ever having a day, there is nothing that can make it better than the smile of a little one calling you grandma. It is, or even mom. It is the most amazing thing, and just makes my heart so happy to see those little faces, and to hear that. That is something that brings me joy. Working out, again, brings me joy. Eating healthy brings me joy. Listening to music really loud brings me joy. Driving in my favorite canyon brings me joy. I have found a way to focus on the little things in life that bring me joy. Going to see my guy every weekend, having our date nights, we have one tonight, brings me joy. Laughing with him, joy. Hanging out with my kids. There are so many things in life that you can just focus on, and then you start to think for a minute, like, wait, what was I so sad about? What was bringing me down? What did I have a hard time letting go of? It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal anymore, right? Because you've got this whole list of things to be grateful for, and things that really camouflage whatever the bad shit is that's going on over here. But if you're focusing on the bad stuff and you just can't let go of that, you won't recognize all the good that's going on. Think about it. Go try it. Go journal. Get back to me. Let me know how you do. Let me know if this works for you. I am, again, going to be posting daily. I hope you all are so excited about it. I love it. I love this. And I really, really hope you all get something from it. I know some of you do because you let me know. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, again, go subscribe to YouTube, Tan and Blonde. Go find me on TikTok. I'm silly on there. I don't dance. That's weird. Probably because I'm not a good dancer and sober most of the time. So there's that. Go find me on Facebook, The Shit Behind the Show, and Instagram, The Shit Behind the Show. Thank you again. And I hope you all have the most amazing day. Bye.